Hello, Steve.
Oh,
Uh,
hello.
yeah, let us start the interview. Oh,
So do
yeah,
I
this
look
is
this
the
way?
interview to the professor at our school. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
I'm Jackie, and uh, which subject do you teach? The first question is.
Well, I've been here for 17 years at the college, and for many years I taught science courses, largely biology and environmental science.
Mm,
And through the years, I also taught a number of math classes, beginning with the Math 90 or
mm.
the Introduction to Mathematics course. And more recently, I've been teaching a lot more statistics and the pre-calculus course, as you know. So it's a variety of courses in natural sciences and mathematics.
Oh, so why do you want to teach science and mathematics?
Oh, why do I want to teach science and mathematics?
Yes.
That's well, if I think back to when I was a young boy, I mean, going back to when I was in, say, in second or third grade, I thought a lot about teaching, and I went to graduate school at both the University of Michigan. I got my master's there, and I got my PhD at University of California, Davis. And while I was there as a graduate student, I started to recognize that I enjoyed teaching more than research. I liked research a lot. I did research in mathematics and statistics, and also in freshwater biology
Mm.
and ecology. And even though I liked doing research a lot, I found myself thinking a lot more about teaching and enjoying working with other graduate students and working with undergraduates.
Wow. So so why do you choose SNC, this school?
Ah, okay. So, well, that's interesting question. Okay, well, it really goes back to in 1992, my wife, we weren't married then, but my wife Julie got accepted to a PhD program at
I was
University
born at 1992.
1992. Yeah, so all right. So she got accepted to a PhD program at University of Nevada at Reno, and so I was at Davis at the time, at Davis, California, and I was able to move up here because I was done with my coursework at Davis, and I was doing research at Seichun Creek, which is north of Truckee, California, and so it was a really good time and location for me to be and to follow Julie up here, and I was a good friend of Chuck Leviton, so I knew about the college, and I inquired
Oh,
about teaching, and there was an opening for the introductory biology class during the fall of 1992, and also for introduction to mathematics.
oh,
So I covered those two classes on a part-time basis, and through the years, I took on more courses and eventually became a salaried and ranked faculty member.
wow.
So I've been here, yeah, 17 years.
17
Hmm.
years. Oh, that's why the school has developed a lot, right?
Oh, it's changed dramatically. It's
Oh,
you've gone from well, especially in facilities, not so much in terms of its philosophy, in terms of your teaching philosophies and closely connecting with students, but in terms of the facilities, moving from the mountain campus to the lake campus here has just been dramatic. I mean, it's really night and day in terms of what we're able to offer in terms of facilities.
so do you proud of your contribution to your school?
Well, yes. Yeah, what a really nice aspect of being at a small school is that each faculty member and each student can make a really big difference in what happens at the college in terms of the philosophy of the institution and the decisions that are made regarding academics. But I've really emphasized to students through the years that they can make a big impact not only in the classroom but through social activities and outdoor trips and also student government.
Oh,
So I like that a lot. I went to very large schools, the University of Michigan and University of California, Davis, and I never really felt like I was a part of them at all.
oh,
They were just so big. And so, in
so
terms of teaching, I've really enjoyed
this
being
is
at
a
a small school.
big family, right? You
Yes.
think?
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Oh, besides that, I know here the field is very good, especially the Lake Tahoe.
Right.
When
Oh,
winter.
for environmental science.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you think, Lake Tahoe? This is the one of the reason you choose here is because of Lake Tahoe.
Absolutely. Right. That's a major factor for me because I'm really interested in environmental issues, but I'm also very avid in cycling and in skiing, kayaking, and so I really like living in this area. Also, I actually live in Reno, in South Reno,
Oh,
So I don't live in the Tahoe Basin, but from a scientific and environmental management point of view, the Lake Tahoe Basin is unparalleled.
so
It's
during
a
these 70 years, does did have Lake Tahoe changed a lot or polluted? It was polluted or
right. So there's long-term ongoing research about the loss of clarity in Lake Tahoe, and that largely involves erosion of sediments and the input of nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus, into the lake. And there's also atmospheric deposition that's happened from the Bay Area and Central Valley. So that's been really interesting to follow. But more recently, people have thought a lot more about fire management in the Tahoe Basin.
mm.
It's the legacy of the Angora fire. And also, exotic species are really beginning to get a lot of attention. So there's not maybe as much emphasis just on the loss of clarity, but more of I think, a holistic management of the Tahoe Basin now. So that's, I think, one of the major shifts that I've seen. Yeah.
Okay. So in about in school, what do you think to the students here? I mean international and American students. Do they
Excuse me, what?
international students and the
Right.
local students here? What do you think of them?
Oh, what do I think of them? I think, in terms of the quality of the students, the quality of student has improved dramatically, and I think a lot of that comes through international students. And because I think largely because we offer much better facilities than we once did, we're able to attract more students. And I'm very much encouraged by what I see as a positive growth in both the quantity and quality of student here. But I have to say that, I mean, in my 17 years, I'm going back to the very beginning, there have been numerous really good students here.
Oh,
So, I mean, well, per capita, not that, large number of students, but relative to the size of the school, I've encountered many outstanding students. So,
okay. Oh, okay. Let us talk about outside of school.
mhm.
Um, which country do you like? Oh, and what do you think of Hong Kong and China?
What do I think in terms of them?
Yeah.
And in terms of, well, there's a lot that I think about them, but what more specifically? Yeah.
Um, I mean, in general, what do you think of them? The first mind.
Oh, what comes to mind? Probably population and development, and in terms of just growing importance worldwide in
Oh,
terms of development. You know, especially with developing infrastructure and growth of cities. Changing
yeah.
lifestyles.
China
Um,
has improved a lot. I know.
right.
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't, but
I think
I
I
definitely.
have to go once.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
especially Hong Kong.
Sure.
Sure.
Right.
Okay, that's all of
Okay.
our interview. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah.